So Joe Swinson has said that, if the Lib Dems come into power, they would revoke Brexit. Even if they did come into power, it would probably just be with a 38% majority, which is what they would need ordinarily. With a 52% majority, which is what the Brexit mandate, gave us, basically, don't you think it would be a disgrace if they chose to revoke Brexit, even if they didn't have a 52% majority, technically?
It's a complete disgrace. Joe Swinson is, these are harsh words, but in my view, Joe Swinson is an enemy of democracy, because she is going into the election on a ticket of overthrowing the largest democratic act in the history of this country. That is completely and utterly unacceptable. And you're completely right. I've heard her and other Lib Dems say, but if we overthrow democracy, it will be because we've been democratically elected to do so. But that's nonsense, because they would never get the same number of votes as Brexit got, which, as we know, was 17.4 million, my favourite number. It's completely and utterly undemocratic, and the Liberal Democrats, someone should complain about them to the Trade Descriptions Authority, because they need to change the name of their party, because they're not liberal and they're not democratic. They are increasingly illiberal in the way in which they approach policy, and they are utterly undemocratic. They're the most undemocratic party in this country. So for them to go into this election under the banner of Democrats, while seeking to overthrow the votes of millions upon millions of people, I think is atrocious. And it looks to many voters up and down the country like this completely out-of-touch party, which tends to do pretty well in upper middle class areas, doesn't do well in places like Bolsover or Merthyr Tydfil or Dagenham in Essex. It doesn't do well there. It looks to many people like a kind of a middle class assault on the right of ordinary people to determine the fate of this nation. And I think Joe Swinson doesn't appreciate just how horrific, in fact, and nauseating her anti-democratic message sounds to most normal voters.